In Pilates, there are many movements that need to be modified. For example, while I'm standing like this, there is a rotation of the body during exhalation in Pilates, right? There is such training. Actually, this kind of training has some issues. Let me tell you an interesting phenomenon. I don't know if you've noticed, but many members experience motion sickness from practicing Pilates. They didn't have it before, but after taking your private lessons, they started experiencing motion sickness. Why? It's because during your practice, their brain got messed up and their vestibular system was affected because each of us instructors, just like Pilates himself, was not proficient in anatomy. He was a dancer. Therefore, he didn't really understand respiratory mechanics, human biomechanics, or muscle functions. He trained many soldiers and invented the Pilates bed. This bed he invented was used to train soldiers who had lost arms or legs on the battlefield. So, this person lost a leg. He was amputated, and in order to help this person better return to daily life and work, and to be able to live independently, he studied this spring bed and trained with it. So why do I say that normal people can easily mess up their minds when practicing Pilates? It's because, under normal circumstances, whenever our upper body moves while we're standing, in any situation when my upper body moves, don't my feet always press against the ground? Don't the muscles in your feet need to tighten? This way, maintaining balance isn't a problem, right? For example, when you're on a high-speed train or a bus and the vehicle starts moving, when you're unsteady and your body sways, don't your feet naturally tighten up? But let me tell you, on a Pilates bed, aren't there many such movements? For instance, when you're sitting on the box with your feet placed here and you're pulling the ropes, the Pilates bed keeps moving back and forth, but your feet are relaxed. Can you understand this? So the more you practice like this, the more your brain can't distinguish whether your feet need to contract when your body moves. As long as your feet are on the ground, whenever you perform any movement, your upper body does any exercise, your feet naturally contract and tighten. No matter what action you take, can you understand this? As long as your feet are on the ground and your upper body is moving, it's a natural reaction for the muscles in your feet to contract to maintain stability and balance. However, when I'm using the Pilates bed, when you're sitting on the box, at that time, your feet are completely relaxed. Why? Because the clients he trains don't have legs. Can you understand this? His clients don't have legs, so they focus more on training the upper body functions. This is designed for people with disabilities, not for normal use. Secondly, when we perform such movements, you rotate like this. Why is your pelvis facing forward while you are stabilizing on one leg? What is this for? This is for running, or when walking, for stability when supporting on one leg. In this situation, when you perform this movement, your eyes follow your hand. It can also mess up your brain. Why? Because your toes are pointing forward, your pelvis is facing forward, and you are stabilizing on one leg. When you turn, isn't it that your pelvis doesn't turn but your upper body does, right? Okay, normally when do we use this function? When walking or running. See? When I'm running, doesn't my thorax rotate? Look, when I'm running, doesn't my thorax rotate? When I'm running, I always need to look forward because by looking forward, I know where the finish line is. When I rotate like this, my head and neck, my line of sight is always looking forward. Now, if I make you run like this, it looks good. See if you agree or not. So as a result, during your Pilates practice, you stabilize your waist and thorax below. During the rotation process, your eyes always follow your hand, which is equivalent to running like this. So you end up messing up their mind. So, when you're doing this movement, how should you do it? You should keep your eyes fixed straight ahead, and your body should turn without your head following. This is the normal way, and only then can you use it properly. The more you practice this kind of movement, the more you confuse their mind. Should my eyes follow my body, or should I keep them fixed straight ahead? So after practicing like this, when they return to normal running, their mind starts to conflict. They end up wondering what exactly they should do, and they get dizzy as if they were motion sick. Therefore, for regular members, if you don't understand this and take a Pilates class, or if you take a personal training session, you might experience motion sickness. You might experience seasickness, and a perfectly healthy person could be negatively affected by your training because they don't quite understand these things. So don't assume that just because something is popular, it is necessarily correct. It's not, because everyone's knowledge system is different, and therefore the client groups they face are different. Countless Pilates instructors, after learning Pilates, ended up making themselves motion sick and damaging their vestibular system. That's actually how it is. So during your practice, don't say that when you're moving on the Pilates reformer, your feet are completely relaxed. Also, don't say that when your pelvis is completely facing forward and your thoracic spine is rotating, your eyes follow along. Doing this can harm your own body. There are many such movements that are actually poorly designed. I can directly say that this is an incorrect movement, not suitable for members to perform, because after practicing, you will end up with a negative result. So why would you practice it? This is what I want to share with everyone today. I'm giving you the right direction so that during your teaching process or your own practice, you don't take detours, waste time and energy, and end up working hard only to make your body worse and become increasingly unhealthy. All right, that's the end of our sharing for tonight. Thank you, everyone.